All right, good people. Today is Tuesday, 22222. And we're gonna work on the warm up. I'm gonna model again how to write the equation for the line of best fit. And then you're gonna do that.
I didn't do it.
All right, Tuesday, calm down, please. You're gonna do Tuesday's homework, and I'm gonna send you the homework help video. And it's gonna also be on Canvas, so don't forget to do that. Tomorrow we have you have your, I think it's your science quarter test or something that's going on tomorrow. So our schedule is going to be slightly different. Okay, our schedule is going to be slightly different. So tomorrow we're gonna go ahead and write this down. It's Wednesday's homework. So if we don't have a regular class schedule, just know we have Wednesday's homework and we have a help video.
Wait, why don't
I just said you have quarter testing. Yeah, for science. So that's why we might not have a class session, but you still have Wednesday's homework that we'll check on Thursday if the schedule is, kind of jacked up. Okay, so let's go ahead and plan that. And then put down Thursday homework as well. Might as well go ahead and do that. And remember, I don't do homework help on Thursday because by that time you should know what you're doing, okay? You have a quiz Friday. And your quiz this week is going to be on scatter plots. What I did with you yesterday, and then what we're doing and working on today, and what we'll also work on Thursday. Okay? So please make sure that you're focused. I may not be able to do our scatter plot activity. I'm going to try to push it in there, but if we don't get to it because we don't have a session on Wednesday, it's okay. Maybe I'll get to it another time. Okay? Let's look at our planner. Anybody still writing? Okay. I'm going to pause, so give you a chance to write.
I haven't written it down yet.
Oh, you said no? Okay. All right, so let's look at our planner. And in our planner, remember, no tutoring today because I have a doctor's appointment. But if you need another day, just let me know and I'll meet with you on another day. I do have virtual tutoring with Math 1, so it would have to be after 4 on Wednesday if you want to do a Wednesday. Okay? I could have did Thursday. Probably should have did Thursday. But if you need to see me on Thursday, that's fine. I could do Thursday. Okay? Homework. We're going to go ahead and write this down. Math 8 homework. And let's go ahead and write down Math 8 homework for Wednesday as well. Okay. And don't forget that Math 8 work is due on Friday. Everything, your stuff is written in pencil. The other class is in blue. Okay, now pause for the calls, give you a chance to write. All right, let's do the warm up. Tuesday it says write an example of a real life situation comparing two sets of data that have a positive correlation. So as X increases, whatever you put on the X, as it increases, the Y value should also increase. Any examples of that? Like as X increases, Y increases also. This was an example of a negative correlation. The temperature outside, as it increases, the number of people wearing gloves decreases. That was an example of a negative correlation. What could be an example of a positive correlation? No examples? I'm going to do one and see if you can think of one. The hours worked and the money earned. It's probably more linear, a perfect straight line almost, depending. But the more hours you work, the more money you earn. Okay. Can anybody think of any other types of examples for a positive correlation? The hours work increase, the money earned increase. So this is a positive correlation. Any other kinds of examples? Come on, y'all gotta think of something. Can't just sit quiet all the time. The only time you talking is when it's about nothing. Yes.
When the temperature goes up, the pool's
Okay. When the temperature goes up, the the number of pools open. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Anybody else? I want you to put your example here. See what kind of example that you actually come up. This is mine. This one's yours. Pause for the cause. All right. Describe the correlation between the cost of gym membership and the number of members sold. Okay, look. What kind of correlation is this?
negative.
This is a negative correlation. As the cost of gym membership goes up, the less people are going to actually purchase that membership. Okay? So this is a negative correlation. And it said description. It didn't say just identify, it said describe it. This is a negative correlation because, and I abbreviate because, as the cost of a gym membership increases, as the cost of a gym membership increases, okay, the number of gym memberships uh, sold decreases. The number of memberships sold decreases. Okay, so the more they jack those prices up, the less people are going to get memberships because it's too expensive. Okay, pause for the cause. Okay, so take out your interactive notebook. Make sure you have your calculator. All right, you should have another graph. You should have another graph that we're going to paste down. This is what we did on yesterday. Okay, so we graphed the ordered pairs here. This was a positive correlation. Yes, baby. Okay. In that first stack, there's a sheet of graph paper. Keep looking. Yes, right there. Mm-hmm. And you need scissors so you can cut them. Okay, so we have, this is a positive correlation because the points are going up. We calculated a line of best fit, but we drew the line of best fit first by picking 2 points that when you draw a line through those 2 points, the line is in the center of the data. That's a good line of best fit. The line needs to be directly or as close to the center as you can possibly get it. Of course, the calculator can do this better than we can. Okay, the calculator can do this better than we can. But in order for us to write an equation, we have to pick 2 points that are in the center. The calculator doesn't have to do that, obviously, because it's a calculator. So it's going to get a line that's much better than our line. Okay? So we pick 2 points and we write an equation for that line that we drew. The first step is to find the slope. Please listen, ladies. I'm trying to be as nice as I can. Okay? Find the slope by using the slope formula. Then finding the y-intercept by using the slope-intercept form. and then taking your M and your B and plugging it into the slope-intercept form. And we've done these steps before, okay? We've done these steps before. It just looks a little different because now we're adding this, okay? We did the same thing for a negative correlation. Look at this. We did the same thing again. We picked 2 points that were in the center, that if I draw a line, this line is in the center of the data. You have about 2 points above, 3 points below. It's pretty decent. Okay. You found the slope by using the 2 points that you chose. Then you found the y-intercept by using the slope-intercept form. Then you took your M and your B, your slope and your y-intercept, and you substituted into the slope-intercept form y equals mx plus b. You can only do lines of fits with positive correlations and negative correlations. You cannot do a line of best fit for points that are scattered everywhere for no correlation. They're unrelated, and where would you draw your line? Okay? So you only do lines of best fits with either a positive correlation or a negative correlation. That's it. So we're going to do another one. Now, please, if you don't understand these steps, I need you to try to grasp what I'm saying. DJ, sit up. Kylie, y'all sit up. We're getting ready to do another one. I'm gonna give you a glue stick so you can stick this down. Okay, so we can do the third example. I'm gonna pause for the cause. Paste this down. I need you to be honest about where you get lost. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make sure that I make the steps as clear as I can. And then just tell me at which place when we're doing this, where is it that you get lost? Okay. All right, so we should have that glued down. And now we're gonna graph the ordered pairs. What y'all need? Y'all need another glue stick? Here. Who needs it? You need it? Glue stick. Here. You don't have to share. I have enough glue sticks. Kylie, sit up. All right, here we go. Let's graph. We have X and we have Y. Write this down. Kylie, where's your notebook? Remember, we're writing on a piece of paper, honey, and that way you can paste it into your notebook later. Make it like a half sheet, so that way all you have to do is just paste it in there. Okay. You already have it out. All right. So let's graph these ordered pairs. Let's do a -5 and a -2. So we got count over to the left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down 1, 2. Then let's do a -4 and a positive. Let's do 3. So let's go over 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 1, 2, 3. Let's do -2 and a +1. So this is -1, 2, and +1. Let's do 0 and let's do 3. So this is 0 and then go up 1, 2, 3. Let's do 2 over 2 And let's go up 1, 2, 2, 2. Let's do 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's go up 1, 2, 3. And let's do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And let me make one more point. Let's do 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5 and 6. Okay. All right. What kind of correlation is this? This is a positive correlation. As x increases, your y values also are increasing. Okay. So now I need you to pick 2 points that when you pick these 2 points and draw a straight line, it's in the center of these points. Yes.
-2, 1, and 7, 5.
Okay, negative, you said negative 2, 1, 2, 1, and you said 7 and 5. Okay, so I'm going to lightly draw the line. Let's count how many points are above it and how many points are below it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Pretty good line. Pretty good line. So we're going to go with that. We got negative 2 and 1, he said. Very good. And then 7 and 5. Pretty good line right there. Very good job, Tater. Okay, so remember, we're going to use the same steps that we used before. Step 1 was to find the slope. Step 2 is to find the y-intercept. And step 3 is to substitute m and b into slope-intercept form. We're going to use those same steps, okay? So let's write down the ordered pairs first. -2, 1, 7, and 5. Okay, I want you to just follow what I'm doing. Label these. I'm going to walk around to see if we got that part right. Just label the ordered pairs. Substitute, please. Substitute those points in. Substitute the points, please. Good. Substitute, sit up there. That's good. All right, good deal so far. Very good so far. That's good so far. You can do a decimal, so it's going to be the top number divided by the bottom number. Okay, got it? I see a lot of right answers. So let's see. See if you got this right. On the top, what are you right? What minus what?
5 minus 1.
5 minus 1. Good. On the bottom, what do you have?
7 minus -2.
7 minus -2. Excellent. So on the top, what does that give you?
4.
And on the bottom?
9.
9. Just 9. Very good. This is your slope. We're going to write it as a decimal because it's going to be easier for some of us to substitute and see. So let's type this in. Top number divided by bottom number. And let's write that as a decimal. I'm going to clear my calculator. Second plus 7, 1, 2. It's 4 divided by 9. What is 4 divided by 9 as a decimal? Okay, as a decimal, it's 0.4 repeating. Okay, 0.4 repeating. Let's leave it as 4 over 9 because it's a repeated. This doesn't just stop. So let's just leave it like this, 4 over 9. All right, so let's look at it. Let's do step 2. See if we can do step 2 correctly, okay? So for step 2, we're going to find the y-intercept. And remember how we found the y-intercept? The letter for y-intercept is b. We use the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, and pick one of the points. Plug the point in and plug in m. So let's go ahead and pick a point that you want to plug in. Which point do you feel like is going to be the easiest to use, the first one or the second one? Okay, so let's use this first one. Okay, so we're going to use the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So I want you to take this and the slope and substitute it. Substitute it. Please go ahead and do that now. Substitute. I'm pause for the cause. See what we got. So when we substitute, this is the part I need you to see, okay? This is the part I need you to see because this is where you mess up. We chose this point right here. It doesn't matter. You paying attention to what I'm saying? Because you drift off, and then next thing you know, you lost forever. You just, oh. Come on. I need you focused. Okay, this right here. This is where you got lost. Okay, so look. Do you understand how we label X1, Y1?
See, I used to understand it, but now.
Because when you use it goes out. You don't use it and keep practicing. Like that's what the homework is for. When you don't use it and you don't practice it, you forget it. That's why we have to keep practicing. So, okay, so look at this part. You understand how to label, right? This your first point, this your second point. Do you understand that? X1, Y1, X2, Y2. This is the formula. So all we did was just substitute those points in. Y2 is 5. Do you see that? Minus is a part of the formula. Y1 is 1. Do you see that? On the bottom, X2 is 7. Minus is a part of the formula. X1 is -2. And all we did was subtract the top and subtract the bottom. Does that make sense? Okay. So now this is the second step. Please focus so I don't lose you. This is the point you chose to use. You can use either one of these. It does not matter. You can use either this one or this one. We chose this one. So we're going to use this X and this Y. Do you understand that? So the Y is 1. So I'm going to put 1 right here in the place of this Y. Because we chose this point, we're going to use 1 for Y. Got it? Bring down the equal. M. Remember we just found M. That's 4 over 9. So we're going to put 4 over 9 in the place of M. Do you see that? That's M. This is X. That's times. Okay? It's automatically multiplication between these two. So X, we chose this point, so we're going to use -2 plus B. Do you see how I did that? I substitute the X and the Y and the M in this form. Y equals mx plus B. Got it? Okay. So now, in order to solve for B, I got to multiply this together. Bring this one down. Bring down the equal, please. Bring this down. Because we got to multiply this first. So let's multiply this. Let's type this in our calculator. So we don't get that part wrong. Come on. We got the fraction. 4 over 9. So do 4 divided by 9. That's how you do a fraction. 4 divided by 9. Then you got times -2. So type in times, it's right here. And then you have -2. Type that in, please, just like that. 4 over 9 is the fraction times -2. Press enter. What does that give you? And it's repeating. If you want it as a fraction, you press the math button. Press the math button is right here. And you're going to convert it as a fraction. You see where it says fraction? So press enter on fraction. Don't forget, it's math and then fraction. And this gives you a -8 over what? 9. So this is -8 over 9. Bring down the plus what? Plus B. Okay? How do I get B by itself? What do I have to do to get add? Why did she say add and not subtract? Because this is a negative. So you got to do the opposite of this negative. So you're going to add 8 over 9 to both sides. Okay? So let's add 1 plus this 8 over 9. And we could do that. All we got to do is say 1 plus, we got 8 over 9. Do just like this. Type that in. 1 plus 8 over 9. What does that give us? 1.8 over 9. So we got 1 over 8 over 9. Or we got 1.8 repeating. Move this cursor out the way, y'all. So here, this is gone, and I'm left with just B. So I can either write B as a mixed number or B as a decimal. Doesn't matter, either or. Last step. Step number 3 is to substitute M and B into the slope-intercept form. Substitute, please write. Some of you are skipping this, not writing it down, and then later on you don't have nothing to look at. Substitute M and B into the slope-intercept form. Okay, so I'm going to take my M and my B and plug it into the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So I want you to do that part on your own. What do I substitute? What do I put in the place of M? What do I put in the place of B to write my equation? Just like I did over here, and just like I did in the first example from yesterday. Okay? I need you to do this for this example here. What's going to be my equation? Y equals what? X plus what? So the equation is going to be y is equal to what? 4 over 9 what? X plus 1 8 over 9. And then here, what I forgot to put, re-emphasize this. This is going to be repeated symbol. This is 1.8 repeating. Okay? Move the cursor out the way. My poor mouse. Okay? This is my answer here. Any questions about that? All right. So the sheet that I'm going to give you to start on, you're not going to finish it because you're not going to have time to. But I am going to go ahead and give this to you. It looks just like this. In this, I want you to write if it's a positive correlation, negative correlation, or no correlation for numbers 1 through 6. I want you to do that first. Row 1, you put the calculator back on. This one. This one. I gave y'all that. Did I give y'all this sheet already? Okay, then give this back.
Next thing, put him on the
I gave you that already.
I might have to do it.
This is 5 or 15.
All right, go ahead and put your calculators back. Yes. Go ahead and put your calculators back, please. Answer these 6. This is your ticket out the door. This right here is your ticket out the door. So you need to go ahead and answer 1 through 6, please.